Hello Year 1! So I am here then with our second lesson of our new history topic. So last lesson you went back in time to the year 1666 with Miss Clark and you did some baking. You were in that special bakery on Pudding Lane and you made some yummy biscuits. But now we are back in January 2021. We are back in the present. Remember, present means now. So we are back in January 2021. When we did our learning about the royal family, we ordered some of them from oldest to youngest. And this is like a timeline. So we've got the oldest person and they are gradually getting younger. Today we are going to have a think about creating a timeline of things that are familiar to you or have happened in your life. So you are going to need 6 small pieces of paper and something to draw with. So if you pause the video now and go and grab 6 small pieces of paper and something to draw with and maybe some colouring pencils to make it look lovely. Okay, hopefully you have grabbed those things. So I am going to show you my 6 things that I have chosen as important things because I wanted some of them to be things that happened before I was born and you might like to do the same. So I have drawn I was born because I think that's something quite important. Mummy was born, so that's when my mummy was born. I started school. There I am in my red dress ready to go to Bailey's Court. I started university, which is like a school for grown-ups. Nanny was born and my older brother was born, Tom. So I am lucky enough to have 4 brothers. So I've got 4 brothers. I've got Tom and Will, who are older than me, and I've got Jack and Sam, who are younger than me. But I've just chosen for the purpose of this, just to include my oldest brother, or it will go on forever. My timeline would be the longest timeline you've ever seen. So I have chosen to just draw Tom, who is 30. So he is my older brother. So just to recap, we know that the oldest people were born the furthest time away from now. So I'm lucky enough to have Amelia's work from the lockdown, which was perfectly done. So I am able to have a look at her timeline. So it's like we could pretend, this has gone, not pretend, don't need to pretend. This is going back in time and this is working closer towards the present. So it's like the past and now. And that is how we are going to order our 6 things. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to order mine. And then I would like you to draw and order yours. So you might want to start by having a think about what you might like to draw. So you could, I think, definitely draw you being born and definitely draw you starting school. They are 2 things I definitely want you to have. And you can choose the other ones. If I show you mine again, so remember I've got mummy was born, so that was my mummy was born. I was born. I started university. I started school. My older brother was born and Nanny was born. So if we have a think, here at the bottom, oh, hang on, I have to move this down a little bit. Okay, you can see at the bottom is my timeline. So we've gone from right from the past, and this is the present. So at the end of this timeline, I'm going to write 2021. Thereabouts is about 2021. The first thing that happened on this timeline, who do you think of all of these pictures is the oldest? What do you think is the first thing that happened? So my nanny is my mummy's mummy. Do we think my mummy was born before Nanny? I don't think so. So the first thing that happened was Nanny was born. And that happened in 1940. So my nanny turned 80 last year. So in 1940, my nan was born. So that was my first thing of my pictures that happened. Which do you think happened next? Hopefully, you said that the next thing that happened was my mummy was born. Because it was. So it went nanny and then mummy. Mummy was born. Which do you think is going to happen next? So we've got nan and we've got mum. And then it's going to go on to my mum's children. And remember I told you that my brother Tom is 30. He's my oldest brother. So he was my mum's first child to be born. So he is what is next in my timeline of the things I've got. And then I've got 3 things left. I started school, I started university, and I was born. Could I start school and university without being born? No, I couldn't. So the next thing that had to happen was I had to be born. And then when I was 4, I started school. And when I was 18, I started university. So which one came first? Well done if you said I started school first, because I did. I had to go to school before I could go to university. So I started school when I was 4. So that is my next thing. And then the last thing on my timeline is I started university. And I started university in 2013. So obviously 2021 would be a little bit further away. My timeline would be a bit longer, but I wouldn't be able to fit it in my screen. So I just wanted to show you. Of course, these aren't the only things that have happened in my life, but I wanted to be able to fit them in the screen and show you some important things. So what your job now is to get your 6 pieces of paper or more if you want to challenge yourself and draw important things that have happened in your life. Remember, you must have I was born and you must have I started school. But the other things you could choose. If you wanted to put an exciting holiday you went, you could do that. If you wanted to put when your sibling was born, you could put that on. You could put when your parents were born, when your grandparents were born, when you came into year 1. It is completely up to you. And I can't wait to see what you do. You can lay them out on your floor and take a picture and send them over to us. Enjoy!